right now the predictions are that anywhere from 15 to 40% of books will be read digitally 4 years out from now. And every month, as Mike will tell you, either of the Mikes will tell you, those predictions change monthly. So the question is, when 1/3, let's say 4 or 5 years from now, 1/3 of these books will be read digitally, what experience do we create for consumers? And we have been deeply engaged in thinking about this for years. One thing that's interesting for Indigo is that when Indigo came into this business about 1997, so whatever, 13 years ago, we never thought of ourselves as a bookstore. We thought of ourselves as an amazing environment for book lovers. And the distinction may seem small between seeing yourselves as a bookstore or as being a place for book lovers, but in actual fact, it is a huge difference when you think about a business. Because what we do every day is we say, what is it that we can do? How can we bring joy to the people that we consider book lovers? Those people who generally buy more books than they're ever going to read, always want to see books stacked up on their bookshelf, want their children and grandchildren to develop a love of reading, generally find that at some point during a dinner conversation, some book comes up. Those kind of people. Do you recognize those people with those characteristics? Right. So we said, how do we create the most incredible environment, both in-store and online, for those kinds of people? And from day one, we saw ourselves certainly as having books at our heart and soul, but about using books as the basis for a journey that book lovers would take. And that's how general merchandise has gradually found its way into here. And what we see happening is that as a certain greater portion of our book-loving customers get served through ebooks, we continue to find ways to bring additional experiences inside the physical four walls, including events like tonight, which lead to a relationship between you and us, and then we add the other products. So as people know, our general merchandise gift business has been growing quite significantly. Our kids business, for example, used to be books only, and we thought, well, we know that the parents coming to buy books also buy toys for their kids. Would parents allow us, would they give us permission to sell toys in our stores? And we were very concerned, would parents say, when I take my kid to a bookstore, I only want books? And we gradually tested. Well, we will, by the end of this year, be the largest specialty toy seller in Canada. So we discovered that if we build a very special selection of toys and we create an experience, customers will come. So what's on our mind, we have 2 parts. Indigo has 2 parts to our strategy. One part is move with the evolving technology and our book lover customers online, and therefore Kobo. The other part of our strategy is to evolve what I like to think of as our cultural department store. That's how I think of Indigo.
So you really do become a lifestyle.
Right, exactly. So we say, what can we do for kids? What can we do for adults? How do we play a role in lifestyle product, gift product? But always with a certain point of view. Every time we bring a product in, it is with this book lover person, or image of that person. And you would know, as someone who teaches business, that the purpose of a business is not to sell a product, but to find and keep a customer. That's the purpose of a business, to find and keep a customer. So we have a huge relationship with our customers, and we will evolve our physical experience to say, what is our role in this new world? And as the 2 Mikes, the amazing Mikes, have been saying, that's the other part.
I mean, that's a fascinating response, because the logical follow-up is, what happened to music? What happened to the music stores, the CD stores, which didn't seem to make that transition
right.
to the experience, to the lifestyle that you're talking about.
Right. And I think perhaps we have more breadth with which to do it, but we have been hugely focused on it. As I say, almost since inception, we saw ourselves as this cultural department store, this place where you would come for things that feed the heart, mind, and soul. So, great grocery stores feed the tummy, and the fashion stores feed our desire to clothe ourselves, and our job is the heart, mind, and soul That's what we do. That's how we think about our assortment. That's how we think about our customers. And it keeps leading us in directions.
I'm understanding now why you've been winning all these Entrepreneur of the Year awards. It's nice, refreshing.
It's gracious.
viewpoint.